YouTube? It is your favorite game here, Above Average Cody, coming at you with a quick little video just to give you guys my thoughts, so far at least, on the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 basically early access slash open beta. It's early access because it is only on PlayStation. PlayStation owners actually get the beta a week earlier than everybody else. So I had to dust off the PlayStation 4. I had to get the game running through the capture card, and I just got done streaming it for about 4 hours to you guys playing it on my PS4. And I'm going to give you guys all of my thoughts. We're going to go through how I think the game looks. We're going to go over how I think the game feels. And then I'm going to give you guys my overall impressions on gameplay. We'll probably talk a little bit about what I think it's going to be for competitive and how good it's going to be. And then I'll throw in some other things that I liked and did not like playing through this beta. So first off, let's get into how the game looks. Obviously, the gameplay here looks a little bit choppy. As you can see, I just got nailed by a flashbang there. But it's tough because of PS4, so I can only go to 60 frames. I can't do very much in terms of graphics, but it's streamed really smoothly. But from my experience so far, guys, it feels really good. Like, it looks smooth. The transitions are smooth. The animations are very nice. I like the reload animations. The guns all look really cool, and that's pretty much all I can give you guys. But as for, like, the most important thing, visibility, it's kind of 50-50 so far. I have to see it on my PC with better frames, a full release game. Because the beta, although it ran very smooth, everything's very gray. And as you can see, like, the character models aren't, like, the easiest thing ever to see. But I don't want to judge that too hard until the full release. Now, how the game feels, basically gameplay-wise and, like, gunplay, time to kill, it feels very, very, very similar to Modern Warfare 2019, as to be expected, obviously. This is Modern Warfare 2. But the gunplay feels the same. The killing time feels the same. Headshot multipliers feel very rewarding. You get some instances where it feels like it takes a few too many body shots to kill, but it kind of depends on what gun you're using. And the gunplay feels very balanced. You can get punished very easily trying to hit somebody at range with a SMG, like this MP5 type gun I'm using in this gameplay right now. And then at range, ARs definitely can beat an SMG that is, like, not kitted very well for longer distance, but it's not, like, super overpowered. So this is probably the most balanced gunplay I felt like we've had in a couple of years, mainly because of the recoil. So we saw in, like, Vanguard with the automaton being an absolute laser, practically zero recoil whatsoever. It was very easy to beam somebody at long range. In this game, guys, there is definitely recoil. It feels like I have to do some recoil control. You can see watching people play and the actual gameplay, it looks like the gun, like, bounces a lot. It doesn't feel that bad when you're actually playing the game, but there is definitely some resistance in the guns, and it actually takes a little bit of gun skill and control, at least on the sticks, to recoil control through and hold your aim better. Obviously, I'd have to play a lot more of the game to give, like, a better description on how the guns play. But as of now, it feels balanced. SMGs, superior at close range. ARs, superior at long range, but still not, like, insanely cracked. Obviously, the longer range you go, the harder it is to hit the bullets through the recoil. But it feels balanced. So if you want to run and gun, you should definitely kit out an SMG. If you want to play slower, you should kit out an AR. I didn't use too many LMGs or anything like that. I did try sniping. I got a lot of hit markers, so just keep that in mind. But again, everything felt balanced. It's not like sitting in the back of the map with a sniper or an AR that's accurate is going to reward you in any specific ways. And I think that kind of pretty well sums up how the gameplay and everything feels. Now, I want to get into my overall impressions. Now, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10 if you were to make me give an overall rating, just because I think it's a little too soon to go any higher than that. It is a beta. It does feel like a beta, but it does feel very good for a beta. But I'm just scared to go anywhere past 7.5 because a lot can change from now to next week with the true open beta and then to the final release. But right now, I like it. I'm excited for what goes into competitive and the ranked and things like that, because of what I said in the previous part. I won't reiterate it all, guys, but the gunplay feels balanced, and it, like, I don't think there's one true meta, and there's a lot of attachments, but none of the attachments are like, oh, I have to run that one attachment, because obviously we have a limited pool of attachments currently, but nothing feels super cracked and broken. I mean, there are guns that feel better and feel like they kill a little bit faster than other guns, but there's nothing that I picked up that I'm like, wow, I have to use this. And even in every single beta or every single full release, there's almost always a gun in COD that becomes meta where everybody's using it. If you're not using it, you're getting crushed by it. And I didn't really feel that way with any of the guns so far. I really didn't play around too much with all of the guns, but that's why I'm really, really excited for competitive. If there's not anything too crazy like fire bullets or explosive rounds or double barrel dual-wielded shotguns, I think the casual could be pretty fun. I was having a pretty good time just running around on TDM on just about all of the maps, which was a pretty good time, guys. So if we can get a COD that's good in casual and as fun to play as it can be in ranked, I think we can get into a pretty good landscape for Call of Duty. It's worth me talking about the 3 maps here, guys, because there are only 3 maps that you get to play. This one is like a museum map. Little bit too big, too many lanes, too many corners. There's just, you'll see in the gameplay if you're watching in the background here, I do a lot of running around to find an enemy. The map just feels a little tiny bit too big for the game modes put on it. The other 2 maps, there's one that's like almost like a shipyard, I guess, with like a shipping container half like built building in the center with like a square of streets around it with some buildings on the outskirts. Very basic design, nothing too special there, but it was fun. It was a perfectly fine pubs map. And then I don't even remember, but the other two maps outside the museum felt very similar. If you guys want to go watch the live stream from earlier today, it should publish on the channel probably by tonight, and I'll leave it up for a few days at least so everybody can get in and watch some of the gameplay. But yeah, the map's not bad. They're fine casual maps. Nothing too special there, guys. But I'm optimistic for the game. It was a fun beta, but it also was not anything special. That's why I think it falls in the 7.5 range on a scale of 1 to 10, because it didn't wow me, but it did not severely disappoint me either, guys. And a couple other things I wanted to mention that were like cool or not cool. I already talked about the snipers. I'm sure if you kit one out, it could be decent or good or viable or whatever. But the snipers in like the preset classes, they're hit marker machines. They don't scope in super quick. And if they do, like there was one MK2, I think it's technically a marksman rifle. It was fun to use, but it just felt like everything's a hit marker. So sniping feels pretty balanced. So all you people who hate like running into quick scope lobbies and stuff like that, guys, it wasn't that bad. It didn't feel too OP. The inflatable decoy, I know you guys saw all the clips where you throw it out, it pops up, and it literally looks like a person sitting there. I think it's comedy. It's pretty cool. I think it's a fun little thing to use in-game. It could be very frustrating to play against, but if you're playing casual, just run around TDM, I think it's funny. Even if I fall for one, I think it's hilarious, and it's even funnier to use one, guys. And then finally, claymores are back, and there's a thing called a cluster mine that like erupts and explodes a ton. That very much is annoying, but what do you expect? You know, when there's a game with claymores, it's going to be annoying anyways, but yeah, guys. And now one other thing I very much want to fill in that I kind of forgot to add, and I'm adding this in after, guys, is the gun unlocks and customization is super confusing. I'm sure it will be less confusing the more I go through it and learn it and understand it, but for face value, it is super confusing. And I'm not talking just the attachments and stuff, but you have to like use one gun and level it up to unlock this gun, but this gun unlocks through level, but you have to get it to a certain... it's confusing. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm stupid. If any of you have a better understanding of it, please try to simplify it down in a comment below, and that would be fantastic. But for face value, it's confusing. There's a lot of guns, a lot of attachments, and the path to the groupings and the guns and the different guns just comes across very confusing to me. So that's pretty much all of my thoughts. Frankly, I don't have too much in-depth to say. I realize a lot of people are going super, like, deep into, like, the attachments and dead silence being a perk versus a field upgrade. I'm not going to get into all that. because I'm just going to wait for the full release, and I don't want to overload you guys with this little video here. I just wanted to give you my quick initial thoughts after playing some games. We only played TDM. We got Dom like twice, I think, in the 4-hour stream, and then we played some Search and Destroy. There wasn't anything that wowed me. There wasn't anything special. So anybody that's kind of hyping this up past that, I think, is overreacting a little bit. But those are just my thoughts, guys. This is my video on the beta, and it was fun. It is fun, but I'm not going to sell the farm betting on this Call of Duty being the best one since like Black Ops 2 or whatever people want to say. We get overhyped every year. I've done it for past CODs. I even did it for Vanguard and was severely, I don't want to say disappointed because the game was still fun, but it was a tough game to get with. But yeah, guys, that pretty much fills in all my thoughts. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to read it. We're still going to be doing the Halo Infinite content too, guys. Make no mistake, this is just the beta, but we will have a 24-hour stream coming for the full release of this game. It's going to be terrible. I'm going to be tired, but expect it to happen, guys, so please subscribe to the channel if you're into all that stuff. Like I said, a lot of Halo content, but we'll be branching off into COD once the new one releases. Leave a like on the video. Pretty please, guys. It helps out so much. And then, of course, comment, as I already said. And then channel memberships, super thanks, guys. Helps out so much if you feel so inclined. But please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. And that does it for me. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.